Before your feet even hit the floor, your hand is already reaching for your phone. And in that half second before the screen lights up, something happens that decides the tone of your entire day. This is the phone trap, and almost all of us fall into it. You open your eyes, and instead of your brain waking up on its own terms, it's immediately flooded with other people's opinions, other people's emergencies, other people's demands, an email, a headline, a message that starts with, "Hey, quick question." You haven't even stood up yet, and you're already in reactive mode. Here's what almost nobody tells you. The first 30 seconds of your day don't just set your mood. They set the operating mode your nervous system runs in for the next 16 hours. Start reactive, and you'll likely spend your whole day reacting. But there's a specific 30-second reset that flips this before it even starts. No meditation app, no morning routine overhaul, just 30 seconds. Done correctly, before you even glance at your phone. To understand why this matters so much, you need to understand something your body does every single morning, whether you're stressed or not. It's called the cortisol awakening response. Within the first 30 to 45 minutes of waking up, your cortisol levels naturally spike, sometimes by 50% or more compared to baseline. This isn't a malfunction. It's a completely normal biological process designed to give you the alertness and energy to get out of bed and function. But here's the catch. Cortisol doesn't distinguish between productive alertness and anxious dread. Physiologically, they feel almost identical. Elevated heart rate, a tight chest, a low hum of urgency. So if you wake up and immediately introduce a real stressor, like a stressful text or a chaotic headline, your brain layers actual anxiety directly on top of a cortisol spike that was already happening naturally. The two blend together, and your brain can't tell where the natural spike ends and the manufactured stress begins. That's why so many people describe their mornings as feeling anxious before anything has even gone wrong yet. Because chemically, nothing has gone wrong. Your body is just doing what it's supposed to do, and you're accidentally pouring fuel on it. This is exactly why the first 30 seconds matter so much. You can't stop the cortisol awakening response. You don't want to. It's healthy and necessary. But you can control what meets it. And that's where the reset comes in. Here's the technique. As soon as you're up, before checking your phone, splash cold water on your face, specifically your cheeks and around your eyes, for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then, follow it immediately with 15 seconds of box breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 4 counts. Hold empty for 4 counts. 1 round, 30 seconds total. Here's why this specific combination works. Cold water against the face triggers something called the mammalian dive reflex, an ancient physiological response that immediately signals your vagus nerve, which is the primary regulator of your parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for calming you down. Within seconds, your heart rate drops slightly, and your nervous system shifts out of that reactive fight-or-flight adjacent state. Then, box breathing reinforces that same vagal signal through the extended exhale and breath holds, which further slows your heart rate and gives your prefrontal cortex, the rational, planning part of your brain, a chance to come fully online before the day's demands hit it. You're essentially meeting a natural cortisol spike with a deliberate calming signal, instead of meeting it with another stressor. Now, knowing this technique and actually doing it every single morning are two very different things. This is where most people fail. Not because the technique doesn't work, but because they rely on remembering to do it. And mornings are the worst possible time to rely on memory. The fix is habit stacking. Attaching this new habit directly onto an existing one you already do automatically, without thinking. Brushing your teeth is the perfect anchor. You already do it every morning without fail, and it's right next to a sink. So the new sequence becomes: wake up, walk to the bathroom, splash the cold water and do your box breathing round before you even pick up the toothbrush. Then, brush your teeth as normal. You're not adding a new block of time to your morning. You're inserting 30 seconds into a habit that already exists, which means you don't need willpower or memory. The existing habit does the reminding for you. If cold water isn't accessible or appealing to you, The same principle works with a cold, wet washcloth pressed to your face for the same 15 seconds, paired with the same breathing. The mechanism is identical. What matters is the temperature and the location, face and around the eyes, combined with the extended exhale. Now let's add one more layer, because the physical reset calms your body, but there's a mental component too. While you're doing your box breathing, specifically during the 4-count exhale, I want you to picture one single thing. Not your whole day, not your to-do list, just one specific moment later today that you're either looking forward to or that you know you can handle well. It could be as small as your afternoon coffee or as significant as a meeting you feel prepared for. This is called the day-ahead visual, and it works because it gives your brain a concrete, calm reference point to return to later, instead of an abstract, undefined day stretching out in front of you. Anxiety thrives on vagueness. A specific, calm image is much harder for your brain to spiral around. So here's the full sequence one more time. Wake up, walk to the sink before touching your phone, splash cold water on your face for about 15 seconds. Then do one round of box breathing, 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold, while picturing one specific, manageable moment from your day ahead. 30 seconds stacked onto brushing your teeth before your phone, before your coffee, before the world gets a vote in how your day starts. Try it tomorrow morning, just once. Notice the difference between a day that started reactive and a day that started on your terms. And if you found this useful, you already know what pairs perfectly with it. Go check out the video on the nighttime version of this so you can close the loop on both ends of your day.